hello, everyone. Let's see who is going to join us this evening. I'm going to go find us over here on Facebook and get us shared out so all of our besties can find us. And there it is. Share groups. There's our VIP and our team. Okay. Now, everyone should be able to find us without too much trouble. Yes, there we go. All right, let's see who's here. Go ahead and say hello. Oh, wow, all the way from Cornwall, Ontario, Canada. That's awesome. We're down here in New York State, just the other side of the pond. Actually, not too far either. Right near on Lake Ontario. So nice to see you. All righty. So we're going to go get into this real quick. We'll do our housekeeping, and then we're going to get into our stamping and fun. I am sharing a brand new bundle called Ouch. Again, the nurse in me was totally drawn to these Band-Aids, and we'll get into that in just a few minutes. So real quick, excuse me, I have a tickle. Paper Pumpkin, we are in that June subscription period. You have until June 10th. If you want to get in on Paper Pumpkin, which is a fun monthly subscription box that comes directly to your mailbox, filled with all kinds of craftiness. It is called Bikes and Blooms. It will make 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs, with 9 coordinating envelopes. You'll also receive silver foil and pre-cut paper pieces, silver butterfly embellishments, and linen thread. And the coordinating colors for this kit will be Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, Lost Lagoon, Misty Moonlight, Old Olive, and Pecan Pie. And the ink spot for this month's box will be Calypso Coral. It does coordinate with the quarterly dies for this quarter, which is like this little sign. You get the little butterfly, the flowers. Kind of looks like a fireworks maybe kind of thing, and then the word wonderful will be included in those dies. When I did look, those were still available. Current product of the month, this is something new that Stampin' Up has started doing. Spend $75 in the online store, and you can add a product of the month to your order for just $5. You can take advantage of that once a month. And this happens to be the Berry Botanical Vellum that is available for the month of May. June, there's going to be an adorable stamp set. Definitely going to want that. But this vellum is actually very, very pretty. And it is while supplies last. Last I knew it was still available. And just a quick reminder that we did, in addition to our catalog go live, we had some online exclusives drop for the month of May. Lots of cute things there, including the Sweet Old Friends, which is the Winnie the Pooh themed suite of product. And I will tell you, there's going to be another online exclusive coming in July. So stay tuned for that. All right, on to tonight's cards. Like I said, we're playing with Ouch. Again, just a really cute, simple stamp set in dies. You do get these really adorable dies that do coordinate. So you have this die that cuts out these shapes. This one here actually cuts out that. And then, of course, you have this little Band-Aid die. And then, of course, we have these other shapes that coordinate. We have the flower, the heart, and of course the little cross, like you would see in the medical field. And yeah, so this is just a really cute set altogether. And we have 3 really cute cards that I'm going to share tonight. All right, so I'll give you a quick look at those. So the first one, we just have a really cute, colorful black background we did with the stamps, where we did some stamping off, and we just had some fun stamping that. Then my favorite card, Ouch, with our Band-Aids. And I used the mini alphabet to cut out the word ouch. And then, of course, we went crazy with the Band-Aid die cuts. We did a fun little pattern here, and I'm going to show you how to get that. And we did Be Brave. So I'm going to show you how we made these really super cute cards. And we're going to get going. All righty then. So we're going to start with our first card. And I have here a Golden Glow card base. And that is 8.5 by 5.5, but scored at 4 1/4. And we're going to go ahead and fold right on that square line. And we're going to bring in our bold folder and burnish for a nice crisp edge for that. All right. Then I have here, this is a piece of basic white. This is 4 by 5 1/4. And that is going to be our layering piece. But we're going to do our stamping on this first. And then, of course, I have a scrap piece of basic white for our sentiment. So we're going to start with bringing in a scrap, which I'm just going to use my, we can use that, I guess, because that is done here shortly. I have my little piercing mat. And we are going to take our cardstock and lay it like so. And then I'm going to bring in our Band-Aid shape. And we're going to start with our colors here. So I have here Crisp Cantaloupe. I have Golden Glow. I have Peaceful Pine. And of course, I have Hydrangea Hue. So we're going to go ahead. I'll start with my Hydrangea Hue. And there's really not any rhyme or reason to this, but we're going to start with our outline. And let's put this one right about here. And then we'll do this down here. And I think I'm going to try and get one more. We're just going to, there we go. All right. So we'll close that up for now. We'll come back to it. We're going to clean our stamp. We're going to take our Peaceful Pine. Put this one. Try to see what I'm doing here. There we go. And set this right up there. And let's try to stick a hole. There we go. That looks like a good spot for one. Okay, so there's our Peaceful Pine. Now we need our Golden Glow. And for this one, we're gonna stick one right here. There. And I think that's it for the golden glow. And now we got our crisp cantaloupe. Oh, hey, sis. Hey, Sherry. Glad you could make it. All right, now I have crisp cantaloupe. And I am going to do an almost whole. There. And there. And I think that'll do it. Okay. Now I'm going to clean this off. And I'm going to get my next. And I'm going to need another wrap because this one we're going to do our stamping off. There we go. Okay, so now we need our solid Band-Aid. And I'm going to bring in that crisp cantaloupe again. And we're going to ink up and we're going to stamp off. And then we're just going to fill in our Band-Aid. Clean it. Oh, hi, Kim. Welcome all the way from British Columbia. That's awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. We are playing with the Ouch bundle from Stampin' Up. For those that know me, I am a nurse by trade, so that is my full-time job. Actually, I work in IT now with our documentation systems, but I am a nurse. So this particular bundle was like calling my name when I saw it, and I had a ball playing with it today. Right, so now we're using our golden glow. Well, I hope it's a better week for you too, Sherry. All right, just filling in our Band-Aids. Now I've got my Peaceful Pine. Yeah, I will say, working in the ICU, I used lots of Band-Aids over the years. Don't use them so much now working in IT, but it still drew me in. And I'm going to bet all my Stampin' Nurse friends thought the same thing. All right, now we're going to go in. I haven't been able to decide if Peaceful Pine or Hydrangea Hue are my favorite new in colors. I have to say, I do love both of those colors. All right. Now we just have to do our Hydrangea Hue. I will say I am liking the new felt pads. I think they're going to be easier for new stampers to not be so heavy-handed when inking up their stamps. And there is all of our stamped images. This up. Oh, I missed one. That is not all of our stamped images. We have one more. There. That fills it out better. All right. Close that up. Something on there. All righty. I'll set that aside and bring back our card base. And now I'm going to go ahead. And this is going to end up being a little bit different than my sample. But that's the best part of a handmade card. No two cards come out alike. But I have a little space here, so I'm going to add my sentiment there instead of where I originally put it. But again, that's the beauty of a handmade card. Everyone is different, and they are unique to each time you create. All right, so now I'm going to use my Peaceful Pine again. Well, thanks, sis. I am located in northern New York, Kim. I'm in what's known as Oswego County. So I'm not all that far from Lake Ontario. So probably about a maybe a 3-hour drive to the Canadian border. May not even be that long. All right, so now I'm going to my dies here, and I am going to use this little bullet shape, band-aid shape to cut out my sentiment. I want to use a little Okay, so we're going to grab our baby boss. There we are. And we need our plates. Run that through. And for anybody who's wondered, a little update on the craft room mouse scenario. I have not had any further encounters with Mama Mouse. So I'm really hoping she went in search of her babies that were taken outside and she is gone forever because I haven't seen her come back. Thank goodness. Now we're going to take some dimensionals. Oh, okay. That's not far at all from the U.S. border, then. 10 minutes. Like I said, I'm about, I'd say 3 hours. It might not be quite that. It might be more like 2.5. But all righty, we're going to put our sentiment right here. Fill in that little naked space there. And then I do have them. There they are. My in color dots. We are going to use, take your pick tool. And we're going to use a crisp cantaloupe. Ooh. And a little pink. And ooh, gotta use a green. Peaceful pine. There we go. And again, a little different, but same. There's our first card of the evening. Did not take long at all. Because we do like quick and simple around here. And if you like tonight's cards, if you are on my mailing list, you will receive the PDF tutorial tomorrow in your inbox. Everybody who's on my mailing list does get them delivered. I also post them on my blog tomorrow. I'll have photos of the cards, all kinds of information about them. And again, like I said, the PDF tutorial is there for download and print. So, and the link to sign up for my mailing list, if you're not already on, is in the description of this video. Whether you're on Facebook or on YouTube, you should be able to find that easily. All right, the next card up is our Ouch card. I think, like I said, this one might be my favorite. This one, I used the mini alphabet to cut out the word ouch. And where's my little kit here? I will admit I did use a retired embossing folder, not realizing it had retired. It was one that I had bought really recently, hadn't used yet. And well, here we are. So I do apologize for that, but there are lots of embossing folders that you could substitute that with for sure. But for tonight's purposes, just wanted to clarify that it is not available anymore. All right, so I have my letters already cut out. I wanted to save us a little bit of time tonight. And I have some scraps here for die cutting. And then I have, of course, my card base, which is a thick basic white. Oh, thank you, Kim. I appreciate that. This is 8.5 by 5.5. It is scored at 4 1/4. So we're going to go ahead and fold on that score line. And we will test that out and get a nice crisp edge. Next, I do have a piece of strawberry slush. This is 5 by 3 3/4. And then I have a piece of basic white that I did already go ahead and emboss. I can find what I did with it here. Here it is. I used, it's the Glass and Garden embossing folders. It's a set of 2 mini embossing folders. So I used this one here. It has kind of a neat pattern. I don't know if you can see that very well in there. And like I said, unfortunately, it is no longer available. This was one of the online exclusives a few months ago, and it must have been something that sold out quickly, and they put it on the last chance, and we're not getting any more back. So I do apologize for that. I try not to use retired product in my demonstrations, but sometimes they get me. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to adhere this basic white panel. This here is embossed piece is let's see, this is 5 by 3 3/4. So this is 4 3/4 by 3.5. Embossed with the embossing folder. Like I said, that is no longer available. And we're going to go ahead and adhere it to our strawberry slush panel. And that'll go on just like so. Okay. Next, this is going to go onto our card base right on the center like so. And that goes just like so. Okay. So now we have our card base put together. Now I have this scrap of melon mambo, or not melon mambo, excuse me, strawberry slush. We do use melon mambo tonight on our Be Brave card, but for this one we have strawberry slush, and I am using the scalloped blooms dies. I'm using the 1, 2, 3, the number 4, counting from the inside out, to die cut our piece here. So we're going to go ahead and bring back our baby boss. Now, like I said, I've already cut out my letters, but we do need our scalloped circles for this. The fun shape, and it does have this one. Those guys, every other one has stitching in it, and this happens to be one with the stitching, so it gives it a nice little textured appearance. You can put that aside. Ooh. That die I lost last week, I finally found it this morning after crawling around the floor for probably a good half hour looking. I was all but about to give up when it finally revealed itself. Okay, now we're going to bring back our piercing mat again so we have nice images. So I have my scrap of basic white, and there's my Band-Aid. All right, so my Band-Aid is here, and I'm bringing in my basic black ink, and I'm using the hybrid ink. And let's see. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. We need to clean this. One thing with the hybrid ink, it does tend to stain your stamps, but they do not get affected by the staining at all. They work just fine. I'm also going to bring in my little dots here. This gives us that really little air piercings that you see in Band-Aids. Like so. We're going to cover our ink pad up again. All right. Clean this off. And while we give our ink a minute to dry, I'm looking for, there it is, my little heart. And we're going to use our strawberry slush ink pad. And we're going to ink up our little heart. And we're going to right there. So there's our little Band-Aids. Now, honestly, those Band-Aids look perfectly fine just like that. You could literally cut them out, put them on your project, and you're good to go. But I am going to color mine in using my Stampin' Blends. And I'm going to be honest, I could not find my light petal pink. I looked everywhere for it. So I've got light 900 and petal pink dark. I was going to do them all in petal pink, but couldn't find it. So I'm going to start with the petal pink dark. And right around here, just going to put them like that. And then I'm going to take the light 900. I'm trying not to run over the black dots just because I did find out this hybrid ink does take a while to dry. And if you're too quick, it will smear. So I'm just going to try not to do that. Now this one, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to take the light 900 and then bring in dark petal pink. Just makes them look a little bit different from each other. So when you put them on the card, they just kind of mixes things up a little bit. I have mixed feelings about it, Kim. I mean, I think it is a nice solid black, as you can see here, where sometimes Memento, I didn't feel like it was very dark, but at the same time, I'm not the most patient person. So to wait for it to dry enough, it kind of, I don't know. Just a, I don't know. Like I said, it's I've seen others who have said they don't like it at all. There's a lot of mixed reviews out there about it. I mean, and I won't say that I don't like it at all, but I do have mixed. I mean, even Memento, you had to wait a minute for it to dry, but it seemed like that dried quicker. But it wasn't a hybrid ink either. So, I mean, in all fairness, a hybrid ink is going to require more time because you can watercolor with it. I mean, it's for all different, but you can't use it on um, solid surfaces like you could StazOn. So StazOn still has its place in your craft room for sure. Oh, thank you, Sherry. I'm glad you like that. Okay, so now we have our Band-Aids all colored in. Now we're going to grab our full-size Band-Aid die here. And we're just going to go ahead, line that up. This as well. And now we just got to cut these 3 little Band-Aids out. We need our baby boss plates. That one through. For sure. Absolutely use what you have. It's not something that I would ever tell anybody they need to go run out and get. If you've already got a Memento or a StazOn ink pad in your collection that you're using, keep using it. Do I think it's a nice idea to have one ink pad that does it all? As far as like watercoloring and using our alcohol markers, for sure. But is it something you got to have? Absolutely not. And like I said, I do find that it does require a little more time to dry than our Memento and StazOn. Oh goodness, I don't know what Tucker is barking at downstairs. Real life in the Wolf household. It didn't even cut all the way through. Let's try that again. There we go. Now it's cut too far onto the edge. Okay. There we go. 3 little band-aids on the magnet so we don't lose it, as I'm known to do. Okay. Gosh, I apologize if you hear my dog having his little powwow out down there. Apparently my husband must have went outside or something. Okay, so now we're going to put our little scalloped circle down with our little dimensionals. Next, I'm going to bring in my band-aids. One is going out there. One's going there. And the other here. All right, so for this one, I'm going to put a dimensional right here. And then we're going to take adhesive. Like so. And this one, I'm going to get a dimensional on this end. That's going to go like so. And then our final band-aid is just going to get there we go. Now, I have my letters. Need to O-U-C-H. And then, of course, we have our liquid glue. So we're going to start with our O. Apparently, I went a little lower this time. Let's there we go. That's better. U. C. Now you're up here with Mama. Tucker's come to join us, ladies. It's over behind me scratching the love seat. Fluffing, because God, he can't just lay down without fluffing everything. Sometimes I think he thinks he's a cat. Oh, the letters, I'm sorry, they came from the mini alphabet die. So it's this one here, the mini alphabet. I love this because it does cut out multiples of certain letters. Like you get 2 R's, 2 S's, 2 T's, 2 N's when you cut it out. I cut this to be 3 inches wide by, I think, 6 inches long. And it cuts out all your letters for you. It's a nice little alphabet set. So there's my ouch. Now we can go ahead and we've got our in color flat pearls. This is last year's in colors. We're using the strawberry slush. And there is card number 2. Ouch. Oh, you're 100% welcome there, Miss Kim. Okay. Next up, our final card. And that's our Be Brave. This one, we have our little striped background here on the side. And of course, we have all of our little band-aids. And I'll show you how I did that. So we do have a Granny Apple Green card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And of course, we're going to fold on that score line. Everything lined up. And burnish like so. Then I have my basic white piece. This measures 4 by 5 1/4. And for this, I'm going to bring in my Simply Scored. So I'm going to bring that in. Excuse me. So we do need this. Let me see if I can't bring it over enough for you to see. All right. There we go. So I'm going to put this all the way into the corner. And I'm using the scoring tool. I'm using the thinner end. And I'm going all the way to the corner here, to the very last, or first, I should say. The very first line. And then I'm going to go to the next one. And the next one. So it's every 1/8 mark. And that's where I'm going to do one more. And then I'll have my card scored. Okay. So now we can get this actually this underneath here so it's not in the way. There we go. All right. So now I can go ahead, find my twine. Do I have that here? Just find it. All right. Whenever I tie bows, I like to have my little tweezers handy dandy. All right, so now get that over here where it's tie a bow up here towards the top. Make sure everything's where I want it. And this is where my tweezers come in handy. Maybe. There we go. Once you have it tight, then it works. There we go. There we go. Now we just need to find our snips here. And we're just going to trim our tails. Just like so. Get the twine out of the way. All right. And now we can go ahead, add our adhesive. Most days, yes, the third hand is definitely. Oh, thank you, Kim. My hair is getting rather out of control at this point. It's time for a do, but my appointment isn't for a couple of weeks. So I'm just trying to make do. Okay, there we go. So now our card base is put together. I went ahead so you wouldn't have to watch me cut out all of these little band-aids. These ones are all cut out. So I did Granny Apple Green. I did some Barely Blush and some Melon Mambo. So those, I got 2 of each of those colors. And then I have this scrap piece, which we are going to stamp our little flowers. And for this, we do need, I have Granny Apple Green, Melon Mambo, and Barely Blush. We're going to pull out our little cushion to make sure we get good. There's one. Then we need our melon mambo. And then we're going to do a granny apple green. There we are. And did I? It's fine. We've got plenty of scraps around here. So then for this one, we need Be Brave and our basic black ink pad. There we go. Okay. All of our stamping is now complete. I am using, to cut out our Be Brave, I have this little half bullet that's part of the scalloped boutique or blossoms. That we can add a little and then for our band-aids, we want this little narrow one. So we can go ahead. Baby Boss back. Plates. Well, probably would help if I had it where I could actually run it through. I'll have a nice dinner and you enjoy. And thank you for joining us, Kim. I really appreciate having you here. We are here every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Or I should say most every Sunday. Once in a while we have to revamp, but most of the time we're here. All right. And we're on to our next Band-Aid. This one we're done with. right, there is that one. And now we need one more. All righty, we are cooking now. Get these out of the way and bring our card back. All right. So we're going to take the Granny Apple floral and we're going to add a couple dimensionals to it. And that is actually going to lay right across there. Then we're taking our Fairly Blush, add adhesive, and that, oop, it's going to go there. And then our Melon Mambo is going to go down here at the bottom. And then Be Brave. Get dimensionals. All right, now I need the baby dimensionals. Okay. All righty. So now we're just going to start placing our little mini band-aids. One goes there. For today. That one's just going to lay there like so. This one. And then this one will get minis. And then minis for these two guys. One more. And this card is complete. And that is our final card. All right, quick recap. So there's that one. And this is our ouch. And then this one is our feel better soon. I am going to put up a quick poll and let you tell me which one is your favorite. Feel better, ouch, or be brave? Go ahead and vote. You can type 1, 2, or 3 in the chat. Well, thanks, sis. Nobody's voting. 1, 2, or 3. Which is your favorite? So we're going to say this one's number 1. This one's number 2. And this one's number 3. Number 2 is my favorite too. Hmm. All right. I guess we just get one vote for ouch. All right, my friends, thanks for coming to hang out with me. I really appreciate each and every one of you, as always. Wishing you all a fabulous rest of your evening and an even better week ahead. And I, God willing, will see you next week for some more fun, featuring another new stamp set and bundle. And yeah, in the meantime, do something crafty and enjoy. Bye for now, guys.